Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about what you should consider if you're thinking about buying a multi-unit with VA. Now, before we start, I waive my lender fee on all VA loans. I need to start saying that. I've never really said it before because I just feel like everyone knows, but then I guess they don't. So I waive my lender fee on all VA loans. So in many cases, that can save you a good amount of money. Second thing, I have a free VA course and it's legit free, no nonsense. If you guys want to learn from point A to point Z, everything about buying a house with VA, go check out NoStressVA.com. That's right, NoStressVA, because that's the goal. Okay, so multi-units, I love them. I've done a lot of videos on them, but I think today what we need to talk about is being realistic and a couple steps to take before you apply for the mortgage. First of all, one of the most important things that you need to know if you're going to use a multi-unit, if you want to buy a multi-unit with VA, you need to occupy one of the units for at least a year. I say that because a lot of people think that's not real. No. You need to occupy at least one of the units for a year. Now, what else do you need to know? A lender cannot count projected rental income for the other units unless you have 6 months of reserves. So if the payment is $10,000 a month, you need to have $60K sitting in the bank account when all is said and done, and either 2 years of rental management history or a property manager lined up. And that's for us to count projected rental income. I'm saying this at the beginning of the video, even though this video is not about this, because that's where I see most of the problems. There's a lot of lenders that don't know this guideline. They treat VA like FHA or conventional, and it's a different animal. So most of the times with VA, I don't see 6 months of reserves. So we're qualifying people without rental income. But that's something you need to know. Okay, step one, see if the area you're looking at actually has any multi-units. Step one. And I say that because there are so many parts of the country where there are no multi-units. Like legit, there's none. There may be one for sale, but it's like $2 million. So before we even pursue this path, I would say, hey, let's figure out where you're looking, right? You're going to be living there, and are there even multi-units for sale? Now, if you're like, yeah, Jen, there are multi-units for sale. Okay, cool. Are they going to cash flow? That's the next question, right? Because there's certain parts of the country, I think of California a lot, where there's multi-units, and it's like, look, with VA, I don't have a loan limit. So if you qualify for a $2 million, $3 million mortgage, we can do that, right? But if you're spending $1 million, $2 million, $3 million for a multi-unit, and let's say it's a 3-unit, are the other 2 units really going to pay you enough in rent for it to ever make sense? Okay, so that's something people don't think about. A lot of times people go, oh, it's going to be a multi-unit, I'm going to make money. No, not necessarily. There's a lot of parts of the country where the cost to buy a house is way more than you're ever going to get in rent. Okay. And they're like, I think of New York, right? I think of New York a lot with that. Sometimes you luck out, but sometimes you don't. Okay. So you're going to, number one, before you even apply, is you're going to identify the area that you want to live. You're going to confirm that there are multi-units for sale. And you are also going to confirm that the rents make sense for you versus the payment. So what I mean by that is, for example, let's say that the payment's $5,000. I'll have some clients where they're like, okay, if it's a 3-unit and the payment's $5,000, these other 2 units, I want them to cover it. So I'd be like, okay, are they each renting for $2,500? No, they're renting for $2,000. Okay, so you've got $4,000 there. You're going to be paying $1,000. Are you okay with that? No, I want them to pay it. Okay, so is it realistic? That's number one. Number two, you may be like, no, I'm fine paying the difference. Okay, great. What is the amount you're comfortable paying? Very important. Now, once those 2 steps have been done, it's at that point I would say, hey, let's do a mortgage application. Let's get you fully underwritten. Now, if you do not have the 6 months reserves and the property management experience, we're going to be qualifying you for the whole amount based on your income. In many cases, this is not a problem. I bring this up because sometimes people are like, well, I can't really qualify for it. The payment's going to be more than I make, but I'll have renters. And it's like, that's great, but I can't even count projected rental income unless you have the stack of cash. So really important to note that in the video, because I never want people disappointed. And I feel like that's one of the things that really disappoints people. Okay. So you're getting fully underwritten, you're getting pre-approved, great. At that point, start shopping. Okay. And I would say that while you're going through this whole process of doing the research, getting fully underwritten and pre-approved, I think it's also a good idea to be looking at what the local tenant laws are, what the renter rights, landlord laws. I know I confused that, but it's all there. Really understanding that if you're going to do this, what rights you have. Okay. So just a really quick video. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that, hey, look, buying a multi-unit can be great, but a lot of times people are like, Jen, I want to buy a multi-unit in this area. And I'm like, there are none. Or Jen, I want to buy a multi-unit in 7 states. Okay, we got to start with one area. So find me one area where there's multi-units that meet your goals, and let's start there. So it's delayed gratification, right? Like, look, I get it. We all want that instant gratification, but I'm telling you right now, as someone who's been doing this for 17 years, doing research up front is so critical to success and happiness down the line. So anyways, thank you for watching. Reach out with questions. There's a link to the calendar. You can get on with the team. We're always happy to answer your questions. Don't be shy about reaching out. We're here to support you. Thanks for watching.